Okay, the trick with doing these is to start with the neck first. Get the pieces all lined up and then just stitch the neck. Oh, I decided not to work. Okay. And I usually just overlap by about 1/4 inch. And I will normally do all of the necks in the same color. I'll just do all of the necklines one time. Then I take a pinking shears. This saves a lot of time because you don't have to clip. I just cut about 1/16 of an inch away from the stitching line. And then I turn it right side out. And at this stage, I don't worry about pressing it or anything because I found it didn't seem to really make a big difference. Now this is the tricky part. I'm going to roll this up along this side here. So I'm rolling one side and then I roll the same opposite side. And then I'm going to bring this across and meet it so that the opposite side is wrapped up inside. And then, because this has a white edge, I'm going to go ahead and leave this as the nice one. So this will be an open end. What's going on there? Oh, my thread got trapped in there. Now I will make sure that that's far back so I don't stitch it.
What's far back?
The fabric that's inside has to be far enough back so that I don't stitch it. And then double check again because it has a tendency to push into the stitching area. And then I usually do this seam, the bottom seam, just a little bit narrower because I didn't cut the front longer because I want the front to be just slightly longer than the back. Now what I'm doing is pulling this fabric through. Oh, I forgot. Before I do that, I need to trim this.
Trim what?
Trim this seam allowance off. So it's about the same thing again. It's about 1/16 of an inch or so away from the stitching line. What this does is it takes out all the bulk. And because it's jagged, it leaves a pretty soft edge. Okay. Turn my corner. Let's make sure trim this one off because basically I'm pulling the fabric out of the tube. So the fabric that I rolled up, I'm now pulling it out of the tube. Make sure it's far back and just keep on stitching. And before I pull that one again, I need to trim this off.
Well, that's excess or what?
Yeah, this is, it's bulk that would make it difficult to put in the buttonholes later. So I like to take it out. And it also just makes for a softer edge. the final little piece here. So I'll finish my trimming. The nice thing about using the pinking shears, it gives it just enough, removes just enough of the bulk that when I turn this to the inside, all those little points will kind of smooth out on each other. So now I just finished pulling all of this through.
Put it up there in the light. It's too dark.
Oh, sorry. I'm just used to working on my lap. And now I just use my closed scissors to help nudge the corners out.
Getting dark again.
Oops, sorry. I can't see as well when it's this far away
It's
from me.
dark fabric, so
Yeah. So now this is when I iron it. And you can stop the video now.
So where's the hole that you were sticking your thing through? So there's one. That's the only part that's open.
That you leave this part open. So you start here and you're basically stitching on the inside. Then you keep on, once you get to about here, you have to start pulling the fabric through. And then you have an opening here so you can finish pulling it all out. And that will be the top on the towel. So you can stop the video for the moment.